What's the first thing you notice about a girl? If you're like most guys, it's probably how she looks, or maybe it's her smile. But what's the first thing girls notice about you? Is it your biceps? How about your butt? The answer may surprise you, actually. I'm Melissa with BeyondAges.com, and today I'm going to talk about the things a girl notices when she sees you for the very first time that you really need to be aware of. The difference between men and women is that rather than zeroing in on a few key physical characteristics, we're noticing a variety of traits about you. You see, while women enjoy good looks just as much as guys do, it's not just your appearance that we're noticing. Before we talk more about the things girls notice most about men, please like our video and hit subscribe so you'll know when we post new videos. You can also check out our site at BeyondAges.com for more useful tips on love, on dating, and of course, relationships. Now, if you want to make yourself as attractive as possible to the opposite sex, keep watching. Believe it or not, there are 8 things a girl will notice about you within a few minutes of meeting or observing you. Rather than focusing on a specific body part, one of the first things a woman will assess is your clothing and what your clothing says about you. If a girl thinks you don't care about your appearance, she's going to assume you're either lazy or that you don't actually care enough to make a good first impression. If you want girls to like what they see, you need to be clean, you need to be well groomed, and you need to be well dressed. And guys, that doesn't mean you need to be in a 3-piece suit. But if you're wearing a large sloppy t-shirt, if you're rocking track pants, you're just not going to make a good impression. You have to choose clothes that fit well and clothes that complement your body type. So please stay away from overly trendy looks like super tight jeans or loafers with no socks on, especially if they're not flattering on you. You'll never, ever go wrong with sticking with a classic look. Remember, what you wear, of course, will depend on the occasion. But on a casual night out, making the effort to don clean, well-cut jeans and a nice, crisp t-shirt will always be worth your time. Always. One thing that a lot of guys underestimate is the importance of a solid belt. You see, most guys have been using the same belt since high school and don't even realize how wearing the wrong one could take an otherwise solid, perfect outfit and make it look absolutely awkward. There are so many guys out there wearing belts that look awful, and it could be a big red flag to women. So if you only have 1 or 2 belts that you wear for everything, you can be sure that women around you will notice. You only really need a few belts of different colors to match just about any outfit, and a good quality belt will last for a very, very long time. This is why I'm really excited to have Anson Belts as the sponsor for today's video. There are a few reasons why every guy needs to consider an Anson belt, especially if they've been using the same belt or 2 belts for a while. As guys get older, it can be harder and harder to maintain the same waistline, right? So Anson belts have holeless belt micro adjustability with 30 different size options, a 1/4 inch apart. So this is going to ensure that your belt always fits exactly how you want it to. Since there are so many options to adjust the belt, they are all one size fits, and it will fit your exact waistline without having to guess like, what size am I, right? And what size is right for you. No more ugly creases in your belt or sloppy looking holes you have to punch in yourself. I know I've done that before with other belts, so I know. The other great thing you just don't see with other high quality belts is the ability to mix and match the different straps to different buckles. Okay, so you can get a few different straps in different colors and material like leather. We have suede, canvas, or color, and also colors, mix and match colors with buckles depending on what you're wearing. Look, all you need is just a few straps and buckles, and you can create any belt combination that is going to work for any occasion. I really like that one. That's a good one. And there are so many colors and different materials and buckle styles are also being added. So you're never going to end up with the belt you just can't wear anymore. Since they have a lifetime guarantee, that's kind of a really big deal. So if you're looking for a great belt from a family-owned business that takes customer service seriously, it just has to be Anson. And since Anson is sponsoring this video, they are also giving our viewers a very, very limited time offer. All you have to do is go to ansonbelt.com/beyond, or you can click the link in the description box to get a box of 3 straps or 2 buckles, or 3 buckles and 2 straps, and you will get the 3rd strap or the 3rd buckle free, giving you 9 belt combos and just for under $100. That's amazing. Or you can just buy 1 belt combo to try it out. You're going to love these belts. This is an absolutely great deal, especially if you didn't even realize how important a good belt is. It's also a great way to ensure that you absolutely will never have to worry about your belt ruining your look ever again. It's the one thing every woman wants in a man. And you can be sure that your confidence, or rather lack of it, is the first thing a girl will notice about you every single time. So how you speak, how you act, how you carry yourself are all indications to us of your confidence level. So if you want girls to find you attractive, you need to be comfortable with who you are as a person. Look, even if you don't feel super confident around pretty girls, there are 3 things you can do to make yourself appear more self-assured. First, focus on good posture. Okay, that means standing and walking tall. Push those shoulders back. Next, you gotta look at women in the eye when you're interacting with them. So maintaining eye contact naturally during a conversation is a good sign of your confidence. And lastly, be well-spoken. Look, rather than hesitating or stumbling over your words, try to have something interesting to say. You see, a confident man is always able to effortlessly carry a conversation. But we do understand that confidence doesn't always come naturally. In fact, for many, many men, it takes time and a little bit of effort to learn how to be confident around women. If this is something you struggle with, you might want to check out our online dating course in the link above. This course is full of handy tips that you can use to boost your confidence and be more attractive to women. Listen, women are suckers for a nice smile. Straight white teeth are always attractive, but besides that, women love a guy with a genuine smile. You see, a guy whose smile lights up his face comes across as confident, friendly, not to mention comes across as him being more fun. And that doesn't mean you should be grinning all the time either, okay? So a smile has to be a real one for a woman to find it attractive. Even more attractive than an attractive face or physique, girls will notice the way you carry yourself and how you engage with those around you. You see, the old adage, actions speak louder than words, applies here. See, treating others how you want to be treated doesn't make you unmanly. In fact, it takes strength of the character to command respect simply by treating others well. So, aside from being courteous and being respectful of others, there are a few other traits women always look for. Are you interesting? Are you fun to be around? Are you assertive, capable, decisive? Girls will make a decision on all those characteristics within minutes, guys. Yes, minutes of meeting you. So always make an effort to be always at your best. Remember, even movie star looks can't make up for an unattractive demeanor. Showing off your personality is also important when you're texting women. So even if she shows interest in you, you're going to need to follow through by being fun to talk to, even when you're not together and in her presence. So if texting isn't your strong suit, I want you to check out the link above for our tips on how to text girls to make them more interested in you. While this isn't the first thing a woman notices, once she is up close and personal with you, good or bad, grooming will always have a major impact on how she feels about you. So proper grooming is about more than just being clean. It's about looking neat and, of course, guys, smelling good. So make sure your hair is nice and clean and make sure it's nice and combed. Make sure it's nice, it's well maintained. Even if you don't have much hair, be sure it's clipped close to your head. And don't forget to shave or groom your facial hair. You can definitely rock some stubble or a beard. And see here, the key here is to look neat and put together. Wear a strong deodorant. Guys, this is especially important if you think you might be in a situation that'll make you nervous and you perspire a lot. Nothing is more unattractive than armpit stains. Guys, deodorant. So also, if you wear cologne, use it in moderation. Don't overdo it. Women love a guy who smells great, but you guys, we don't want to be slapped in the face with your scent. This isn't about a perfect eye color or perfect eyebrows, okay? If you have life in your eyes, women are not only going to notice you, they're going to be responsive to you. Simply put, a guy with a twinkle in his eye is just immensely attractive. Not only is this a sign that you have a zest for life, but it's also a sure bet that you'll be fun to be around. And who doesn't like fun? What woman doesn't like that? A man's hands may not be the window to his soul, but we can tell a lot about a guy just by looking at his hands. While dirty or super rough looking hands aren't attractive, women also don't want a guy who looks like he's never done a single day of work in his life. You see, there's a fine line to walk between hands that are pampered and hands that are just like clean and well groomed. And women definitely want the latter. If you have strong looking hands, women will automatically assume that you are capable both in everyday life and in the bedroom. So, in line with this, women also love strong forearms. Okay, that's so important. So whenever you get a chance to, roll up your sleeves, do it. Roll up those sleeves. Even if your arms aren't super toned, you can show off your forearms to give the illusion of a more muscular physique. Believe it or not, a man's shoes matter always. And women, believe me when I tell you this, will figure out what a man wants in life based on his footwear. Show up in dirty, beat-up running shoes, and she'll probably think that you're messy and that you lack attention to detail. Wear cheap dollar store flip-flops, and she'll think that you don't care about style or you don't care about your own appearance. While you don't have to wear designer shoes, guys, when you go out, please make sure you choose something with a bit of style, but above all else, make sure that they aren't dusty and that they are clean and not dirty. A man who takes care and takes time to clean his footwear will always make a better impression on the ladies. So, with all this knowledge on what women notice, you'll want to be in a place where there are actual women who will notice you, right? After all, what's good in knowing all this information and what women focus on when you actually aren't around women that often? So, for that, I'm going to need you to check out our guide for where to meet women. Okay, we tackle some of the most common spots where you can meet women, along with, a few unconventional spots. All you have to do is click on the link above to find out more. Now that you know the 8 things that women notice first when they see you, you can make an effort to put your best foot forward. And this is by displaying confidence, being respectful of others, and taking care of your appearance. You can make a good impression on any woman you meet. We hope you learned a lot from today's video. And if you did, I want you to please make sure to give us a thumbs up on our video and remember to subscribe to our channel. You can also go to beyondages.com for more useful tips on love, dating, and relationships. See you next time.